Good day, everyone! Our case study in remedial class is entitled Breaking Barriers, Overcoming Reading Difficulties. This study aims to highlight the impact of reading difficulties on individuals' lives, including limited access to education and decreased self-esteem. By sharing real-life examples of overcoming challenges, we aim to showcase resilience and growth in learners. Think of the road to reading like a hike through a forest. It's not always a straight path. Sometimes, there are twists, hills, and moments where you have to catch your breath. That's what it's like for many people learning to read. In this case study, we're going to dive into the inspiring stories who face reading difficulties head-on, showing us that determination and resilience can lead to incredible triumphs. This case study shows us how important it is to never give up, to keep pushing forward even when things get tough. It's a reminder that when we support each other, amazing things can happen. We celebrate the strength and resilience that each person brings to the table, showing that hope can conquer any challenge. And most importantly, it reminds us that everyone has the potential to become a great reader. By sharing these stories, we hope to inspire others, teach them about the power of support, and fight for a fairer, more inclusive way of teaching literacy. As for our objectives, we have three kinds of objectives. So, for our general objectives, we have to understand and share inspiring stories of individuals triumphing over reading challenges, offering hope, support, and practical strategies to empower others facing similar obstacles on their journey to literacy and personal fulfillment. And as for our specific objectives, we have to create a supportive community where struggling readers in elementary school can find encouragement and guidance through peer tutoring program, fostering not only improved reading fluency and self-confidence, but also deeper connections and a sense of belonging among participants. And for our last objectives, we have the expected outcome. So, our aim is to inspire educators, parents, and policymakers to create inclusive reading environments. Through success stories, we advocate for proven methods and adequate support for struggling readers. Ultimately, we aim for literacy equity, ensuring individuals thrive academically and beyond.
Stage 1. We showed some images but she's in hesitation to give her answers. So in Stage 2, in order to encourage participation of students, another reading materials has been given, but this time, she's starting to identify the objects almost correctly. So in Stage 3, we tried to address the confusion and some of the mistakes. Later on, she had successfully identified all the objects and named it correctly. Stage 4, the student finally volunteers to participate in reading activities and made a big development. Stage 1. We showed an example of CVC reading materials and the student showed a little confusion about reading the words. Stage 2. In order to address the confusion, we let the student read the sound of each letter and tried to blend it together to form a word. Stage 3. After the series of activities, there's already a progress shown and the student showed a partial accomplishment. So Stage 4, the student finally volunteers participate reading in activities and made a big development. Stage 1, we started the lesson by letting the students read the prepared materials, but she showed hesitation to read the words because of the confusion of the same sounds and also to identify the object. Stage 2, in order to encourage participation of the student, another reading materials has been given, but this time, she's guided in reading those words and in identifying the difference between the two. Stage 3, the student has been tested with some activities and she shall answer correctly. Stage 4, this time, the student finally volunteers to participate in reading the activities. Stage 1, the student showed hesitation in reading because she doesn't know how to read the word. Stage 2, in order to encourage participation of the student, another reading materials has been given, but this time, she's starting to overcome the challenges in reading those words containing diagrams. Stage 3, to test the ability of the student in reading diagrams, she's been given a sort of activities to know her skills in reading the sound of each letter. Stage 4, the student finally volunteers to participate in reading the activities. Stage 1. We showed some reading materials and the student made a lot of mistakes in reading the words. Stage 2. To address the problems in identifying the difference of the sound between the three vowels, we taught her the correct pronunciation to ensure fluency. Stage 3. After the discussion, another set of activities has been given and she showed progress in reading the words. Stage 4. The student finally showed participation in doing the activities. Stage 1. The student is very much hesitant in reading the words with consonant blends. Stage 2. Another set of activities has been given to address the mistakes and confusion, and she is paying attention very well. Stage 3. After the series of activities, she showed a progress in reading consonant blends. Stage 4. The student finally volunteers to participate in answering as well as reading the activities that has been given.